flat circle. I just made that quote up. It's pretty good, no? Since the moment late on November 8th, 2016, when it became clear that Donald Trump would be the 45th president of the United States, many Democrats have been counting the days until November 3rd, 2020, the day that they believe he will be voted out of office, which may well happen. At the moment, there's no question that Trump is an underdog for a second term right now, with former Vice President Joe Biden, the Democratic presumptive nominee, leading in not only key swing states, but also in most national polling. But even if Democrats do get their wish in about 140-ish days, it's not at all clear that they or the country will be rid of Trump, not just as a factor in our culture, but potentially as a presidential candidate. Yes, you heard me right, as a presidential candidate. Again, Trump would be entirely within his constitutional rights to run again in 2024 if he loses in 2020, because while a president can only serve 2 consecutive 4-year terms, although Trump has jokingly floated breaking that limit, there's no law against the president coming back to run for the office after losing a bid for a second term. In fact, it's already happened once in our history. Come with me on my time machine. We're going all the way back to the 19th century. Grover Cleveland was elected president in 1884, but lost to Benjamin Harrison in 1888. Harrison won the Electoral College, while Grover Cleveland won the popular vote. Sound familiar? Cleveland came back and beat Harrison in 1892, which made him both the 22nd and the 24th president. Sidebar. That is a great trivia question to amaze your friends and vanquish your enemies with, if everyone is a nerd. End sidebar. Now, when you consider Trump's inability to admit defeat in anything, and the very real possibility that he never actually concedes to Biden if he loses, the idea of him running again, or not ever stopping running, starts to make a lot of sense. Yes, there's already an active effort within the Republican Party to be the next Donald Trump, the inheritor of the political coalition built by the billionaire businessman during his hostile takeover of the Republican Party over the last 4 years. And yes, that list of next Donald Trumps includes Trump offspring like Don Jr. and Ivanka Trump, as well as senators like Tom Cotton of Arkansas and Josh Hawley of Missouri. But everybody knows that Trump believes himself to be a great man of history, the sort of person who can't be replicated or duplicated. He tells anyone who will listen that the 2016 campaign was among the greatest campaigns ever run. He compares himself favorably to the likes of our greatest presidents. Quote, "I've always said I can be more presidential than any president in history except for Honest Abe Lincoln when he's wearing the hat," Trump said in 2019. He insists that his administration has produced the greatest economy in history. Fact check, it has not. And that he has done more in his first term than any president ever, which is possible to check or prove. Does that sound to you like the kind of guy who, if he could have a chance of being president again, would take a pass, preferring to let other people have a try? No, it's not. People who dismiss the idea of Trump running again if he loses in 2020 are many of the same people who spent the first 2 years or more of Trump's first term insisting that he wouldn't seek a second term, that he didn't even ever think he would win in the first place, and that he didn't really want or even like the job. Nope. What that line of thought misses is this central piece of Trump's character. He has spent a lifetime pushing his way into the limelight. He's always been a relentless seeker of attention. Hell, he created a fake staffer named John Barron to leak whispers of his attractiveness to women, among other things, to the New York tabloids. And he's been on a lifelong quest for the approval of elites, despite his insistence to the opposite.
I hate it. I meet these people. They call them the elite. These people. I look at them, I say, that's elite? We got more money, we got more brains, we got better houses, apartments, we got nicer boats, we're smarter than they are. And they say, the elite, we're the elite, you're the elite. We're the elite. So I said the other day, let's keep calling these people, and look, let's face it, they've been stone cold losers, the elite. The elite. So let's let them keep calling themselves the elite. But we're going to call ourselves, and remember, you are indeed, you work harder, but you are indeed smarter than them. Let's call ourselves from now on The super elite. We're the super elite.
Being president is being a member of the most exclusive club in the world. It's the biggest spotlight in the world every single day. It's wall-to-wall media coverage. It's attention, relevance, and deference all rolled into one delicious ball. It's what Trump has wanted literally forever. So having had it and potentially losing it, what would that do for Trump? It would make him absolutely want to do anything to get it back, right? To once again stick it to the people who counted him out, who cheated and who schemed and conspired against him. And given his tight grip on the current Republican Party, who would be able to seriously challenge Donald Trump for the nomination if he made clear that he wanted it in 2024? And the answer to that question is no one. As for concerns about Trump being too old to run for president again in 2024, well, he'd be 78 in June of that year, making him 4 years younger than a potential President Joe Biden would be in that same election. And not for nothing, Bernie Sanders ran for president in 2020 at the age of, yes, 78. Will all this come to pass? It might not. Trump may well make a comeback as he did in 2016 and win a second term, making this whole debate moot. Or maybe he would decide being president is too bad for his business. He's claimed without any proof that being president has cost him between $2 and $5 billion, and that it's not worth him trying it again. But knowing what we know about Trump and the current state of the Republican Party, there's plenty of evidence pointing to the notion that even if Trump loses in 2020, this country is far from done with him. And that is the point. We make New Point episodes every Tuesday and Thursday. Be sure to check them all out.